Super Street 590 class. The Super Streeter of Brett Marcum from Missouri Valley, Iowa, taking on Cody Helms from Ruby, South Carolina. Marcum, rush truck center left lane. Cody Helms, Smedding diesel right lane. They have won their way to the championship now. Who comes out as the WC? Who comes out with their name in the history books of the NHRDA for the eternity? In perpetuity, you cannot be anything other than a world champion. Regardless of the rest of your career, you'll always be known as the world champ. Brett Marcum, Cody Helms. At the stripe, win light goes on for Brett Marcum. Missouri Valley, Iowa's Brett Marcum is the world champion of the 590 Super Street class at the NHRDA. Joining me here is going to be our world champion, Brett Marcum. Congratulations, well done. As I was just talking about there with Jay, you guys, tough class. Tough class. You got to have your poop in a group and make sure every pass works.
Yeah, definitely. I guess just competing with ODSS all the time, there's usually a super solid group. It keeps us on our toes every single pass. Guys are, last year I think it was when we qualified at UCC, the top 13 guys qualified with a 590 something. So I guess that just prepares you for going out every pass, whether it's a qualifier or just testing, whatever, and just cutting a good light, really having your stuff dialed in, really paying attention to the track, paying attention to the weather and stuff like that. So yeah, that just kind of helps prepare us for coming down here and doing the same thing. So
Saturday was tough because the first couple of qualifying rounds, it was very humid, it was hot out, and then that storm front kind of came through, air cooled out for round number 3. I was wondering what changes you're going to have to make, because Saturday is going to be drastically different from Sunday morning getting in a qualifying pass. Then you're going to get to the finals in the heat of the day. Any kind of thought that you guys had to do backstage to make that work right?
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like 3 of the 5 races or 4 of the 5 races we've done this year, we've had a really hot day, and then we'll have a rain day the following on that Saturday, and we'll get pushed into Sunday, and the climate's completely different. Everything changes. So just making lots of laps, taking really good notes, looking at your data and just making adjustments. So a lot of the stuff we've kind of seen before, so we just go back on our data and all of our notes and kind of make our adjustments. We were running a little fast yesterday during qualifying and stuff like that, so we dialed it back today, and it paid off good. So.
You don't come into the winner's circle at a world championship and say "we" as many times as you did without there actually being a "we." Give us an idea who "we" is.
Well, just kind of the initial that's here. My wife, she goes to everything. She helps race program with life, everything with our shop. Nathan Phillips, he's my right-hand guy. We graduated together, worked together for a lot of years. I don't think he's ever missed a race. I mean, he's the same thing. He goes to everything, takes time off of work and away from his girlfriend and stuff like that. So, and then a lot of great companies too. I mean, the amount of texts and stuff I have, always checking in if I need anything, how's things going, just wanting updates, and it starts, Tony, Hammer Tech Race Cars in Indiana, he does a ton for me, kind of just front to back of the truck. Brian Banghart Diesel Performance out of Wahoo, Nebraska. They build my trans, and he's the same way. He's always in my ear wanting to know how things are going and what he can do to help us improve, stuff like that. Ben Shaddy, Done Right Diesel Parts, he's always checking in on me, just, kind of got my back, watching what I'm doing, stuff like that. Fleece Performance and Freedom Racing Engines. I just cracked a block a month ago, and they had about a week-and-a-half turnaround to get me a new block, pistons, everything. They got it all assembled, and that was awesome. So the S&S guys out of Indiana as well, they're phenomenal. Same thing. I had a pump failure a high pressure pump failure, and it sent some metal through it. I mean, 2-3 days they had the stuff back to me. It was great. Those guys are top notch. Hot Shot Secrets guys. Anytime I need anything, just hit Kyle up. Kyle's got me taken care of right away. I run all their stuff through my shop and our race program as well. Not a better group of guys there. And I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody and I'm going to get chewed at.
Before you need your wife.
I know. But no, I think for the most part, that's about it.
So, folks, he is your 590 Super Street Class World Champion, Brett Marcum.